Good morning, Vietnam! Oh, wait a minute, wrong movie.
Wrong show!
Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is the moment everybody in Phoenix has been waiting for. This is the Friday at the Masters show, right here live on Networking Arizona with Carol Blonder. She allows myself, my name is Roland Bennett, to come in here and do live coverage of the Masters. Every Friday during the Masters, we call it Friday at the Masters.
It's so much fun.
I am so happy to be here, Carol. It is so great. We have a very special guest today that we're going to be introducing pretty soon. But let's get right into it, man. This is Friday at the Masters. This is Arizona's, by the way, Arizona's only live radio coverage of the Masters in live time during play right now. And we got to get out to the leaderboard immediately. Rory McIlroy is 7 under par. He might have a chance to go wire to wire defending his jacket from last year. And wouldn't you know it, the player that he won, that he beat in overtime in extra holes in a sudden death playoff on the 18th hole last year, Justin Rose, 45-year-old Justin Rose, is holding on to a second place tie with Patrick Reed. I mean, you got to look at that. That is pretty good. But to have Rory McIlroy leading the tournament 2 days into it, Justin Rose at 5 under, Patrick Reed at 5 under, Wyndham Clark, local Scottsdalian, who we saw out on the golf course at Talking Stick, Wyndham Clark is in a tie for 4th at 4 under. There's a slew of players at 4 under. Terrell Hatton, Ho Tung Lee, Christian Rattan, Jason Day. How about the resurgence of Jason Day at 4 under par in the top 5 currently through day 2? Tommy Fleetwood, he broke through on the PGA Tour, winning the Tour Championship. That's a nice payday. If your first win on the PGA Tour is going to be for a $20 million check, that's a good time to get your first win on tour. And he is also looking for his first major championship. Tommy Fleetwood is on that list that nobody wants to be on. It's the greatest players not to win a major, so we'll be looking out for him. Xander Schauffele also at 4 under, followed by a whole group of guys at 3 under. We got Goddard up, we got Brooks Koepka out there, Griffin, Homa, Burns, Lowry. This is like a dream leaderboard here at the Masters. It is so fun to bring it to you live, and we are going to do that. We're going to bring it out to the live course, but first we have some introductions. Of course, we are taking over Carol's show, and Carol Blonder, don't worry, Carol Blonder is in the studio today. Carol,
my job
thank
is to
you
hold
so
the
much
umbrella.
for having us in here. And we have a very special guest also, PGA professional golf coach Jonathan Liss. And Jonathan, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
So Jonathan was a professional player, now turned professional golf coach. And for those Arizonians, he does give private lessons over at McCormick Ranch. You can find him at jliss.golf, right?
That's correct.
And that's LISS, jliss.golf. But I'm so excited Jonathan is here because I've been in this game. I've been all around this game. I watch this game. I live and breathe this game of golf. And all I talk about with people is golf. There's nobody I've ever met in my entire life that knows more about every aspect of golf, the history of golf, the golf swing, golf equipment, golf balls, everything you can think of the game of golf. Nobody knows more than Jonathan Liss. I call him the golf savant. I'm trying to get him to create the website, thegolfsavant.com.
Oh, I think that's perfect.
Because that's exactly who he is. And to have him in the studio today is just really special. So I'm going to give you your first question, Jonathan. So we're watching these players, right? This is the Masters. This is Augusta National. For the 1 week a year where the best in the world come to Augusta to play this course. And I know we always have these fun conversations about amateur golfers. So let's take the guys listening and the ladies driving around right now. You got 1100 AM radio on the car. Don't turn the dial. Don't even risk it. Just keep it on this channel. But those people driving around that play golf, and they might think, hey, I've been playing pretty good. I just got down to a 12. I'm a 12 or I'm a 10 handicap. So whatever, let's take a 10 handicap. What do you think a 10 handicap golfer would go out on a Friday, round 2 at the Masters, teeing it up with these guys? What are they going to shoot out there, Jonathan?
Yeah, great question. 10 handicap, if they're the average guy, they're not playing all the way back on the tips. Their local course, they're playing maybe their white tees, maybe the members tees, 6,500 yards, and they're kind of averaging in the low 80s. Maybe they can break 80 once in a while. From the tips at Augusta, under these conditions, with the greens rolling the way they're rolling, with the pin positions the way they are, I don't think they'd be breaking 100. And I think in some circumstances, you might not even finish. You're going to have holes where you're going to be six putting.
You're going to get angry right away.
But I got to tell you, I've been
Absolutely.
watching every shot that they've been providing on TV over the last 2 days, and then you see like a Bryson DeChambeau, and he goes and he hits like a triple bogey. Bryson made triple bogey on a par 4, and I'm thinking to myself, I can make triple bogey on that hole. Does that make me as good as Bryson DeChambeau because I feel like I can also triple bogey the same hole he did?
Yeah, absolutely. You are 100% as good as Bryson DeChambeau.
Well, thank you, Jonathan. That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
Well, this is an exciting year because, last year, if you're watching, for our Masters fans out there, we're going to be talking a lot. I'm going to assume everybody listening loves the Masters. It is just the absolute greatest 4 days of golf, but maybe the greatest 4 days of all of sports. There is nothing like watching, especially on Sunday. I tell my wife and daughters, they know that when the leaders make the turn on Sunday, we all sit down, we kumbaya, we light some incense, and we watch the back nine of the Masters on Sunday. There might not be any greater sports viewing on television than the back nine of the Masters on Sunday. It's amazing. And last year we got to witness the Rory McIlroy completing the career Grand Slam, fell to his knees in tears, winning the jacket in a playoff against Justin Rose. And I think if anybody's going to take that second jacket from McIlroy, I mean, Justin Rose has a golf swing that is just unbelievable. Kids out there, if you're listening and you want to develop a really good golf swing, just watch nothing but Justin Rose videos. Would you agree with that, Jonathan? It is so pure.
Yeah, I love Justin Rose. His golf swing's immaculate. There's not a lot of excessive movement there. It's very template. It's a template for the golf swing.
Yeah, it's very much also like Adam Scott has a very similar type, very perfectly.
Simple.
It's not like mine.
Simple golf. Well, Carol, I've seen yours. You're incredible. You have a golf swing that it rivals that of Charles Barkley, another local favorite.
Yeah.
But let's get back out there to the course because, Xander Schauffele at 4 under, I think is a really good story. You got to look out for that guy. Rose at 5 under. Terrell Hatton, the hothead Terrell Hatton. He gets so upset when he's on the golf course. And he's the only guy that, the TV won't pick it up, but he'll scream obscenities. He'll throw his clubs. But I think I've seen him. I think he's calming down a little bit. But he is out there playing on the live. And after the break, we're not going to do it now, but after the break, we're going to talk about whether or not playing on the live gives you an advantage or a disadvantage when you come to the majors. And I'm going to bring up something I heard Brandel Chambly say last night, or I think it was Thursday night. Which was last night. It was wild what he said, and we're going to do that after the break. But before we go to break, we're going to do a question here. What do you think about Chris Gotterup? Gotterup is 3 under. He's finished today. He's certainly going to make the cut. He's in the top 10, tied for 11 with Brooks Koepka. Do you think he has a shot today, John?
Of course he has a shot. Anybody within probably 7 shots of the lead has a shot. It's very cool to see him out there, and I'm glad to see him playing well.
Well, that's awesome. When we come back from the break, don't go anywhere. Don't turn your dial. We're going to get into the live golf a little bit. Does it give you an advantage or does it give you a disadvantage? This is Roland Bennett bringing you Friday at the Masters live here on KFNX Radio. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Good job.
Segments go quick. I was getting a little crackling. Is that just the headphones? Because these look brand new.
What?
Is that just the headphones or is it crackling online?
What?
If I hear it crackling in here, is it crackling on the radio?
No, but why is it crackling?
I don't know, probably because these are brand new headphones.
Hold on a second.
That's all right. It doesn't bother me. We don't need to do anything.
He's hearing some crackling. Where the heck? Are you back there? Okay,
It's a 2-minute break.
yeah, let me get this, let me get him.
I mean, it's okay, as long as it's good online,
Oh, yeah,
it doesn't
it's
bother
not,
me. It
but-
doesn't bother me.
No, it's not, but that's not the point. Can you do me a favor, his headphone is
Do you wanna get
crackling,
into some
and
play-by-play?
it's such an old
Up to you.
headphone that,
Do you wanna,
you know.
do you wanna do
Whatever.
some,
Can we get
do you
him?
wanna do some?
I can. Is the
It's not
headphone too loud?
crackling out there, right?
We can
His
talk about
mic
what's
is
going
crackling
on.
a bit, like
That'd be
when
cool.
it gets super loud, it's like
So
clipping that.
he's getting too
Is
close.
it crackling online, or is it just the headphones?
It's crackling online. Maybe
When I
if
got a
you-
little close. And
Yeah,
then
so
I
maybe just-
found the kind of the balance on that.
Yeah, so maybe
Okay.
if you just like just get a little further back from the mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe don't scream with my mouth on the
Yeah.
mic.
Right, don't,
Okay.
I mean, you gotta be close, but don't get too, excited and stuff.
Got it. I get really excited, okay.
Well, that's okay.
All right. Anything else about the headphones good? Like the levels are fine?
It's good.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
good.
Sounds good.
Awesome, thank you, sir.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna purchase my own stuff. Here, you can have mine. Mine are newer.
No, it's good. I told you, it's all.
It's all good.
Do you have any listeners?
Huh?
Do you have anybody listening?
At least Abigail.
All right, well. I'm gonna give a shout out to Lori, my mom, and if you wanna, up. All right, we are back live on the air. This is Friday at the Masters with your host, Roland Bennett. We have special guest, Coach Jonathan Liss in here. Carol Blonder is in the studio. For those of you that tune into Carol's show every day from 1 to 2, don't worry, Carol's right here
I
on my
love you
left.
all.
She's holding the Masters umbrella
That's
because
my
it's starting to
job.
rain
Inside the
here.
studio.
Actually, there's no clouds in the sky at Augusta. At least they haven't made any there yet. But we are going to dive right back in. Tommy Fleetwood is on the 12th hole right now, and he is hitting iron, and he's taken a swing. He's made contact. The ball is in the air, and it's landed about pin high, fat part of the green, but looks like he has about 25 feet for birdie. He is looking to get in to a tie for second. He's currently 4 under. If he can manage some way to get that putt on 12 to go in, he's going to find himself in a 3-way tie for second place at 5 under par. And here we go live to Patrick Reed, who is also 5 under par. He is on the par 3 12th, 156 yards. Pitching wedge is in the air. It has landed on the green. Oh my goodness, is that gonna?
Oh,
That
wow,
almost
that was
went in. He's
really
got about
close.
a 1.5 foot putt for birdie. That is going to put Patrick Reed in second all alone. And that was amazing. And Rattan is one of those players that most of you probably didn't pick in the pools. But he's 4 under par right now. He's playing the par 5 15th. He's just made it on the green in 2. He's going to have a look for eagle. Let's bring it down to Jason Day. Now, was a crowd favorite, but Jason Day, I don't know, he's like bringing back the baggy pants on the PGA Tour. You know, all these guys are going to the slim fit pants, but Jason Day is out there. He actually, didn't he a while ago, get in trouble. He got some shade thrown on him for like wearing sweatpants. Somebody thought he had sweatpants, but Jason Day just loves his pants a little baggy. They're like boot cut golf pants. That's what the guy wears. I have no idea why. But it beats Akshay Bhatia. He's wearing the tapered leg, pants kind of up his shin. They used to call those clam diggers.
What were the ones that they used to wear a long time ago where they were short and
Knickers?
they were to the
Oh, the knickers.
Knee
They
knickers.
Yeah.
need to go back. I think that
Payne Stewart
would be
brought the knickers
fantastic.
back. Payne Stewart brought the,
Absolutely.
God
and they
rest
should
his soul.
all go in different color. I think it'd be awesome.
That and the blazers with a tie would be impressive.
The blazer with the tie, the Bobby Jones, let's bring that back. We got Hideki Matsuyama just tapped in for a par. He is quietly 2 under par making the turn, and if you've watched any Masters in the past, you know Hideki can make some noise in the back nine. But we're gonna take a little shout out moment here. I know my gorgeous wife Lori might be listening. Hi dear, how are you? I know my mom might be listening. I think Jonathan, you have some people out there.
Yeah, I believe my wife Abigail's listening. Hello.
And Abigail is a brand new mother coming up again. Is that right?
That's right.
Oh,
We're doing June.
congratulations.
And you've got how old is your daughter currently?
Samantha's almost 2.
Almost 2, and you are due when?
We're due in June.
Due in June,
Busy.
coming up 2 months.
Busy.
The Liss household is going to have another one. That is the perfect age, because I remember when my wife was pregnant with our oldest daughter, who's now 16, or almost 16 on May 1st. And I got probably, the best I ever got at golf was during the end of my wife's first pregnancy, because she wanted a nap all the time, and I would tiptoe around the house trying to be
Nice.
quiet. I can't, you got to be careful getting a glass out of the cupboard. So I would just go to the golf course. And I played, and then we had a 2-year-old, and then she was pregnant again with our second daughter, and the 2-year-old's napping, and she's napping, and I'm like, babe, I'm just gonna make this house real quiet and go to the golf course. And I got pretty decent. I played a lot, but anyway, I'm glad.
Roland, why don't you
I'm glad
tell
the ladies
people-
of our lives are on the air listening. It's
Why
very
don't you
fun.
tell people what you do and how you coach and all of that?
Well, it's sure. What I do for money is close mortgage loans.
Yeah,
So I'm a
okay.
mortgage
Do that
broker.
well. How
You
long?
can reach out to me anytime. I'm in my 24th year of closing loans. It's something that I really enjoy doing because I like being creative with numbers. It's just fun to do, and I've been able to find out after 23 years, I know how to get people the lowest mortgage payment, low fees, low rates all the time. So reach out to me. You can find me on Instagram at Roland Bennett Loans, or just Google my name and you can get my number and call me. But my real passion is the game of golf.
Absolutely.
And I'm in my 4th year of coaching varsity golf, and I've coached middle school golf for 7 years. And Coach Jonathan Liss, sitting on my right, is actually, my school that I coach for has been very lucky to have Jonathan as an assistant coach for the last 3 years. I don't know how much longer we're going to have him because I know his private practice is blown up. So, side note, if you want to get golf lessons from the best golf instructor in the state of Arizona, you got to go to jliss.golf, and you can get your lessons over at McCormick Ranch. But it really has been a pleasure to have you on the squad, Jonathan. It's just, I think the kids that have been there during your tenure there, one day are going to look back and say, oh my gosh, like Jonathan Liss was my golf coach. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I think that's
So,
awesome.
That is really cool. But
It's been a lot of fun.
Akshay Bhatia, a lot of people picked Akshay, and he's on the 12th right now, putting for birdie, and he just left that just a couple of balls low of the hole. He's going to tap in for par. He's 1 over par right now in a tie for 30. He's 8 back. What is 8 back? Or actually, that was, I guess, a bogey tap in. He's now 9 back. Can you come back if you're 9 back with Saturday and Sunday, if you sneak into the cut? Is that something that's possible at Augusta Ranch, Jonathan?
It's certainly difficult. I mean, you're going to have a heck of a Saturday round. You're going to have to blow away the field and shoot something like a 64 to put yourself back in it. It's not inconceivable this week. The weather's pretty good, but that also means that the leaders are probably going to have their nice Saturday rounds as well. So I would say unlikely.
Unlikely. I think that's a fair statement. But let's go to somebody that's currently 4-back, Brooks Koepka. He's been in the news lately in the world of golf, and the reason why Brooks Koepka has been in the news, he's a 5-time major winner. He was one of the first guys to go over to the LIV. The LIV Tour got, I don't know, $200 or $300 million check to go play there, as did many people, got paid a lot of money to go play on the LIV, which was 3 rounds. There was not 4-round tournaments. They only played 8 times out of the year. But he got a big bag, man. And Brandel Chambly, I got to throw this out there. Brandel Chambly was the biggest shade-throwing guy in the world of golf to the LIV Tour. He used to call it dirty Saudi money. He used to be so upset that these players are taking that dirty Saudi money. And I used to think, well, Brandel, what kind of gasoline are you putting in your vehicle? Are you origin sourcing the gas in your car to make sure it's not dirty Saudi gasoline? I mean, come on. And so anyway, this guy has been the biggest opponent to the LIV Tour. And last night, he's on, because when they don't have live coverage, I'm watching live at the Masters on the Golf Channel till like 3 in the morning because I just can't get enough of the Masters. And Brandel's talking about the play of Jon Rahm and Bryson DeChambeau, who are arguably 2 of the longest hitters, greatest golfers in the history of the golf. Jon Rahm, multiple major winner. Bryson DeChambeau, multiple major winner. Jon Rahm's won the Masters. But he was saying that the reason they played so horribly, and neither of them are going to make the cut. It's pretty bad. He was saying that the reason they're playing so horribly is because they play on the LIV Golf Tour.
Oh,
and he
come on.
said the LIV Golf Tour, they don't play tough courses. You only got to beat 4 or 5 guys. It's just not good practice. And what he related it to, he said a LIV golf player coming to the Masters to play Augusta is like Steph Curry practicing his 3-pointers on a hula hoop sized basketball net and then going to the finals and thinking he's going to make 3-pointers, but he's been practicing on a hula hoop sized net. And are they playing that much easy courses? I mean, is the LIV Golf Tour? I think Brandel's upset because Brandel didn't get $200 million to go be an announcer there. What
Yeah.
say you?
Yeah, I don't think that's exactly right. I mean, they've been picking on the LIV guys for a long time. When they have a bad day, it's easy to pick on them and say that they're playing easy golf courses or they're playing easy golf. But consistently over the last several years, they've been in the top of the leaderboard regardless. Even if they're not winning, you've got a bunch of top 10s, top 20s from the LIV players, one way or the other. The fact is they know how to play golf.
Yeah, 100%. And Rattan, I don't know where he came from, but he's about to tap in for a birdie, moving to 5 under par. That's going to put him in a tie for 4th. And Patrick Reed did tap in that birdie. He is now in solo second at 6 under par. Tyrrell Hatton out there at 6 under par is the lowest score of the day. Currently, McIlroy is holding on to a 1-stroke lead. We're going to get right back to the course, play-by-play, shot-by-shot coverage, and we're going to be right back in about 2 minutes. Don't change that dial. Don't go anywhere.